If you could talk to any historical character, who would it be? Imagine a room, outside of time. A single chair opposite yours. And in it, a figure coalesces from the mists of history. Not a ghost, not a figment, but them. Real. Breathing. Waiting. You have one conversation, a brief window into a mind that shaped empires, birthed philosophies, or painted a masterpiece that still echoes through centuries. If you could summon any historical character for this singular, impossible dialogue, who would occupy that chair? Would it be a titan of power? Alexander the Great, perhaps, to ask what drove his insatiable ambition, what dreams fueled his conquest of the known world, and if, at the end, it brought him peace or merely a vaster emptiness. Or Cleopatra, to understand the mind that navigated the treacherous currents of Roman politics, wielding intellect and allure as weapons, to glimpse the woman behind the legend. What was the true cost of her throne, her loves, her defiance? Or perhaps your curiosity leans towards the architects of thought. Leonardo da Vinci. To sit with that restless, polymathic mind, to ask not just about his art, but about his inventions, his anatomical studies, his insatiable curiosity about the mechanics of everything. What did he see when he looked at a bird in flight, or the flow of water, that we, in our modernity, still struggle to fully grasp? What was the source of that relentless, almost divine, creativity? Maybe a voice that spoke for the voiceless, a catalyst for change? Someone like Joan of Arc. To understand the unwavering conviction, the voices she heard, the courage that propelled a peasant girl to lead armies. Was it faith? Madness? Or something else entirely, something we've lost the language to describe? Or Martin Luther King Jr. To ask about the weight of carrying a people's hopes, the source of his unwavering belief in nonviolence in the face of brutal oppression, and if he ever, in his darkest moments, truly doubted the dream. The choice itself is a revelation, isn't it? It reflects our own deepest questions, our own unfulfilled yearnings. Do we seek answers about power, about creativity, about resilience, about the very nature of human existence? But then, the encounter itself. What would you truly ask? The grand, historical questions are one thing. But what about the human element? Would you dare to inquire about their fears, their regrets, the private moments of doubt that history rarely records? Imagine looking into the eyes of Shakespeare. Beyond asking about the authorship debates or the inspiration for Hamlet, wouldn't you want to know what it felt like to weave such tapestries of human emotion with mere words? To understand the alchemy that turned ink and paper into immortal souls? Or picture Marie Curie, twice a Nobel laureate, a pioneer in a field dominated by men. Beyond her scientific breakthroughs, what was the texture of her daily struggle, the societal resistance she faced, the personal sacrifices made in the relentless pursuit of knowledge that would both save and, inadvertently, threaten humanity? The difficulty lies not just in choosing who, but in formulating the questions that could unlock something truly profound, something beyond the history books. For these figures, though monumental, were also human. They loved, they feared, they doubted, they hoped. And what if their answers shattered your preconceptions? What if the hero revealed a chilling pragmatism, the philosopher a crippling uncertainty, the artist a profound, unshakable loneliness? Would you be prepared for the truth, stripped of centuries of myth-making and romanticism? Perhaps the most profound encounter wouldn't be with the most famous, but with someone more obscure, someone whose life represents a question you've always carried. An unknown artisan who built a cathedral, a forgotten philosopher whose ideas were silenced, a common soldier on a historic battlefield. Their perspective, unvarnished by fame, might offer a truth more resonant, more deeply human. The chair remains empty. The mists swirl. The choice is yours. One voice, from all of time. To illuminate, to challenge, to confess. Who you choose, and what you would ask, defines not just your curiosity about the past, but your deepest inquiries about the present, and perhaps, your own unwritten future. For in seeking to understand them, we are, inevitably, seeking to understand ourselves. And that, perhaps, is the most compelling reason for such an impossible conversation. The echo they leave might just be your own voice, finally understood.